What is up, everybody? It's Reverse TV here today. So apparently, the Yakuza Studio Director praises Gamepass, says it has contributed largely to the series' success in the West. So we usually hear the opposite from Sony fanboys. They usually say that, hey, games going to Game Pass just is just hurting gaming because Game Pass exists pretty much. That it's like just when you hear their perspective, it's always doom and gloom. But when you hear from an actual director who puts their games to Game Pass, he says it has had major success for their company, pretty much, and for their games in general. They have seen a huge growth for people playing their games, and this is the actual article that talks about this. So it says Ryaga Gotoku Studio Director Masayoshi Yokoyami has talked about the massive success of the Yakuza series in the West in recent times and on Game Pass. In an interview with Twinfinite, the series producer was asked about the success of the series as seen in recent times ever since they decided to go multi-platform. In terms of audience, I think the West has especially increased. It's hard to tell if that's thanks to multi-platform or if it's because we changed the genre and protagonist from Yakuza Like a Dragon as a new series, or both. He says, personally, I do think the subscriptions like Game Pass, allowing people to play the previous games over the years, have contributed largely to the increase in audience. So it makes a lot of sense. That was definitely the mindset of making Game Pass. People can try new games out they haven't tried before and buy the newer games that come out from that studio. So it seems like it's working so far. People are trying out the Yakuza games and enjoying them. So that debunks a lot of Sony fanboy narratives right there that Game Pass is not good for gaming. Well, this says otherwise. The Game Pass is very good for gaming and for the Yakuza Studios dev team, pretty much. Let's see what people got to say about this. So the sales were crap before Game Pass. No one ever said that. It's saying that they had more success over here thanks to Game Pass. Yet others are saying it's hurting their studios and won't put their games on Game Pass anymore. I don't know who said that. Like, who made that statement? Yeah, trust me, bro. This bro, you pretty much might be saying, "Trust me, bro." That's what his sources is for this. So look how this dude just lied like this, bro. Like, look, they asked him, says who said this, and he's just nowhere to be found. Like you didn't get any of the notifications. Like people ask you, like who made this statement. Like these dudes just be lying, just casually. Like it's just insane. I'll say great game and great addition. Okay. I honestly never would have tried this game if not for Game Pass. And I was just telling my friend today actually how much I fell in love with Like a Dragon. I'll be buying their next game for sure. They're getting a fan, and thanks to Game Pass. So Game Pass is putting a lot of work, especially for the gaming industry. Without Game Pass and my friend begging me to try these games, I wouldn't have played them. Okay. Try Like a Dragon on Xbox Game Pass and bought it a few days later. Love that game. Yeah, so it seems like from people just in the comment section saying, yeah, this definitely is what made them try this game out, and they're gonna buy the next one. So it's definitely working. Took a look at the actual article, and I expect y'all are blowing up what he said out of proportion. I mean, it is kind of what he's. How does it change it? Pretty much, it's the same thing. Hope the series continues to do well. It deserves it. Okay. Bought the entire series after starting zero on Game Pass. Japan is done with Xbox. What is this dude talking about? What? Cry about it. They just say the most random nonsense. It's just not true. Like, what? These guys are kind of butthurt. Yeah, that's just. I guess that just sounds of being butthurt. Because what are you even talking about? Let's see. I like Game Pass and I'm really happy they're on it, but this is so not true. Like, what did. Okay, if it's not, like, I don't know why they keep saying it's not true, but they don't say, if it's not true, then what's the truth then? They have no answer for that then. They really want that narrative to be true where Game Pass is just killing gaming. They just can't believe that Game Pass is actually a good thing for gaming for whatever reason. Uh, Good. Let's hope we see Judgment, Lost Judgment, and Xbox Game Pass in the future. Okay. Game Pass not only got me into this game, but also the whole Yakuza series. I know I now own Like a Dragon on 2 different platforms. Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. I have to agree. Um, Crazy. I was told it harms games and would kill gaming altogether. We see that on a daily basis from Sony fanboys, but every time it just proves not to be true at all. And then we have the crap gamer says, "Who saw this coming?" Game Pass hurts the industry. He is just being a shill. Am I doing it right? Uh, I mean, we have yet to see even one developer say that launching their game on Game Pass was bad. We technically have. I don't recall any developers saying that, but we have seen people say that about PlayStation Plus with the Oddworld game. I remember that story when that came out. The Oddworld developers said releasing this game on PS Plus almost ruined them. Yeah. Uh, that is Game Pass's bread and butter. Double A games and indies. Glad you guys are loving it. Is it supposed to be like a diss? Okay. uh, If it wasn't for Game Pass, I would have never played the Yakuza series. Now, I love the series and I brought them on the Series X and PS5 and bought them. Okay. Phil gave them a nice little incentive for some advertising. Is he trying to say the Phil Spencer bribed this guy to make that statement in the interview? Like, really? Maybe he's just. It's just such ridiculous. Now the conspiracy theories are coming out now. Um, it's the check talk. More of this that Phil Spencer bribed them nonsense. Okay, so it's the check talking. We all know who actually made that franchise successful. Show this to that other clown since he thinks Game Pass is so bad for the industry. Game Pass is so great for the developers that every single AAA studio is putting their games on a day and date. You have to be one of the dumbest MFers out here, and there are plenty of those. So you got somebody super started with the very last comment. But I am going to conclude it right here. We have an actual developer saying, hey, Game Pass has made my series more successful because more people get to try the game out. So debunks Sony fanboy narratives once again. So I'm going to conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.